Well. Money ain't a thing. Money ain't a thing.
Money in the bank. Money in the bank.
We can talk, but money talk, so talk more.
Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show.
Baby, I got your money.
You're now tuned in to the financial motivator himself, Ash Cash, Mr. Mind Right, Money Right. Money Right, Money Right.
So welcome to the Ash Cash Show every Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Make sure you go to the AshCashShow.com, subscribe to the podcast. Go to AshCashTV.com, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Raul, what up, Raul? Hey, yo, I'm back on the course too, man. I'm looking forward to seeing you, bro. I bet. So today we're talking about alignment. And I just want to read something that I wrote this morning that talks about alignment, right? And so life is all about alignment. When you align your desires with your actions, you create a strong, energetic connection that allows abundance to flow into your life. So whatever you want to manifest, start by getting clear on what it looks like and then align yourself with that energy. Visualize it. Cheyenne, what up? Visualize it, speak it, think it, and create it. When you are in alignment with your dreams, you take inspired action and open up to the infinite possibilities that exist to you. Trust that your highest good is being taken care of, and know that if you stay focused and aligned, anything is possible, right? And so I want to talk about alignment. Because I think a lot of people don't understand that in order to manifest anything in your life, in your real life, you have to be in alignment with that thing, right? You have to be in alignment with that thing. And again, because people say that word alignment all the time, sometimes it's hard. Like, it's like, oh, manifest, oh, align. What does alignment mean, right? And so alignment just means being in the energy of the thing, having the same energy of the thing, right? And so, for instance, life, right? Life is just energy, right? Life is just energy. And in order to manifest anything, you have to be in the same energy of it. So what does that mean? That means that anything that you're experiencing right now, right? Anything that you're experiencing right now, you are of that energy, right? You are of the energy of what you're experiencing, because it is absolutely impossible, right? It is absolutely impossible for you to experience something if you're not of its energy, right? And so what happens is if there's a desire, right? If there's a desire to experience something else, and Pete, that I didn't say if there's a desire to not experience something, because we live in an attention universe, which means that whatever you pay attention to is what you're giving your energy to, is what you will experience. So I would never tell you that if there's something that you don't want to experience, because then I'm telling you to experience that thing. If you get what I'm saying, right? So I would never tell somebody, well, if you don't want to be poor, because the universe doesn't alignment energy does not understand don't. It doesn't understand don't. So you can't say I don't want to be poor. I don't want to be unhealthy. I don't. Like, the universe doesn't understand don't. So whatever you are placing your attention to, right? Whatever you are placing your attention to, that is what you will be experiencing. So because whatever you're experiencing right now, it means that you're in the energy of that thing. That means if you want to experience something different, you just need to focus on what you want to experience, right? And so if you want to experience, let's say, health, right? If you want to experience wealth, then all you have to do is focus on health, focus on wealth, and then that energy of your focus will then in turn allow you to think it, and then your actions now start to align with what you're thinking, right? So I'm gonna read my what I wrote this morning again, right? It says life is all about alignment. When you align your desires, right? When you align your desires with your actions, right? So you have to align, right? You have to align your desires. Like, what do I desire? So let me align my desires with that action. So I'll give you a prime example, right? And this is, take this out of context and you'll mess it up, right? Take this out of context and you'll mess it up. But I suggest that everybody, one time in their life, buy something that is something that you think is out of your price range, right? Something that you actually want, that has great quality, that right now your current mind thinks that it's too expensive, right? And the reason why, and this is a great exercise to do, and you know, sometimes you may not have to do it for real. You may there might be ways for you to do it mentally, right? And I could go through those in a second. But the action, right? The action of taking inspired action creates this avalanche for other things. So I'll give you a prime example, right? So I would I would always like watch my wife. You know, she's the most gorgeous thing on this planet. No, she could put anything she put together looks good, right? And you know, one time we were look, as I talked about, she walked in. One time I was we were traveling, right? We were traveling, and as we were traveling, a thought came to my mind, was like, man, you know, it would be dope if, you know, because she would always look at she would always say that she needs like better traveling, better traveling gear or whatever, right? And so at this point, I'm saying to myself that, we are infinitely abundant. Like we have infinite abundance. Like money does not stop flowing, right? Money always flows to us. And so as I'm saying that in alignment, I'm having this thought process about buying her a bag. And then, you know, I was like, all right, where am I going to go to find the cheapest bag? Right. And so now I keep asking myself, where am I going to go to get the cheapest bag, but the best bag, but for the cheapest price. Right. And so that was counter. Like that wasn't connected to what I believe. Right. Because how can I be talking about infinite possibilities, infinite flow, money keeps flowing to me, but my actions is looking for a discount. Right. And so inspired thought, I went to the Louis Vuitton store and I paid $2,700 for a bag, right? And I ain't gonna lie, when I first did it, I was like, yo, bro, you about to spend $2,700 for a bag, right? Because that's me battling with my old self. So that's why I'm saying be careful, right? The truth is the truth. But I'm just telling people, take from it, which, don't spend your rent money. That's what I'm saying, right? Whatever. Like, not tell you what not to do. But either way, I said, I'm gonna go get this bag, right? And so I spent $2,700 on the bag. And it was a surprise. I didn't tell her about it. Went and got it for her. And I came home with this, you know, with the big package and all that. And I said, yo, here you go. Wasn't her birthday, wasn't nothing. And what I did though is that I demonstrated my abundance, right? I demonstrated that I'm not looking at price, right? I'm not looking at price because I am infinitely abundant. And so if I want to align with that abundance, my thoughts and my actions must align with that abundance, right? And so again, when you align with your desires, right? When you align your desires with your actions, you create a strong energetic connection that allows abundance to flow in your life. So guess what happened after that, right? Guess what happened after that? I started making more money. What? I started making more money. Why? Because I made a declaration. I declared, right? I declared that abundance flows to me unlimitedly. I'm infinite abundant, right? Meaning that there is never going to be a time, right? There is never, right? Mashallah, God has willed it, right? There's never going to be a time that I need something and I won't have the access to get it. Every time I desire something, because I am infinite possibilities, I will attain exactly what I desire. Right? I don't recognize lack. There is no lack in my life at all, though. I'm talking about at all, right? Like there is no lack in my life at all. And I, judge not by appearances, right? Judge not by appearances, which means what? Which means that I don't have to see how in order to be aligned with the energy. I don't have to see $1 million to be aligned with $1 million, right? I don't have to see I don't have to see 1,000 clients to believe that there's 1,000 people waiting to pay me for my services, right? Like, judge not. I don't judge my circumstance by what it appears to be. Judge not by appearances, right? And so whatever, right? Think about this. Whatever you want to manifest, right? Whatever you want to manifest, start by getting clear on what it looks like and then align yourself with that energy, right? Get clear. Like, what does it look like, right? What does it look like? This is also scientific, right? This is also scientific, is that you have to visualize, right? You have to visualize what you desire and you have to see it first, right? So Miss Nita says, how do you do this with love and relationship? It doesn't, see, the thing is that it doesn't change. It doesn't change. What happens in love and relationship, right? And what happens in love and relationship, what we do is we focus so much on the negative aspects of the relationship, right? We focus on what we don't want. So in love and relationship, how many times have you really sat down and said what you actually want? Not like the negative stuff, like, oh, he can't cheat, she can't this, he can't that, blah, blah, blah. Like, again, you will only get what you focus on. And so if you are, so here's the thing, even with love and relationship, whether you're in a current relationship or you are single, regardless of the matter, you will always take you with you. And so if you're only focusing, if you're like, well, I can't find a person because all these persons have these, and you're speaking of the negative things that happen, or you're listening to these relationship gurus, tell you men this, women that. Who cares? I don't care, because all I need is one, right? So when it comes to love and relationship, I'm not looking for men. I'm not looking for women. I don't care about what the species as a whole is being labeled as. It does not matter, right? All I care is about one. I need that one person that is my soulmate, that one person that I am aligned with. So it could look, we could go through the whole world, and a million women have this particular attitude, do this particular thing. I don't care about that at all. Why? Because there's the one for me. I have the one, right? I have the one. So I'm not focusing on what I don't want, right? Because think about this, right? So when I met my wife, I'll tell you this. When I met my wife, I already, I grew up in the projects, right? I grew up in the projects. And so because I grew up in the projects, we were exposed to like sex and relationship. Not even really relationship, to be honest with you. We were like over sexualized very, very young, right? We were over sexualized very, 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 very young. And so, the first time I had sex, I think it was 11. I was 11 years old, right? I was 11 years old. The first time I had like sexual intercourse, right? And that's just me being transparent. And that was the case for most of my friends, right? Most of my friends, we grew up, right? We grew up very sexually active. And so by the time I became an adult, like that didn't necessarily matter to me, right? And so I saw all of the things, I had so much experience in that space that I saw all of the things already. I saw all of the things, you know what I mean? And I got to a space where I was only looking for companionship, right? I wasn't focused on what I don't want, because I mean, honestly, God has made, I'm a handsome guy, right? And so because I'm a handsome guy, I'm very charismatic, you know what I'm saying? Like, so there was never a lack in my head. I never had lack, right? There was never lack. I never was like, oh my God, I wonder if I could, no, I had, you know what I'm saying? I had to fight them off, right? So in my mind, right? In my mind, I never had to beg for something. You know what I mean? Like that wasn't lacking, right? I had an abundant mindset from that space. So I didn't have to be like, oh, I don't want this, I don't want that. No, I can choose whatever I desire. So I'm not focusing on that. And so when I met my wife, I knew what my desire was, right? I knew what my desire was. And what I was looking for was companionship, because I was tired, you know what I'm saying? Like by the time I met my wife, I was already making a lot of money, in the bank. And I already been around like the gold digger type chicks, the club chicks, like all that. And I'm like, I'm good, right? I desire somebody that is on my level, right? That I can have a conversation with, that I could talk to, that could understand me, but then also feminine enough that I can lay in your arms. Like I ain't got to be hard all the time. Pause. Like I ain't got to be tough all the time, right? And so that's what my desire was. And so guess what? When I met my wife, what happened? We got cool first, right? We got really cool, right? I got to know her. We actually didn't sleep with each other for 2 years, right? And so by the time I met my wife, we didn't have any type of intercourse. I mean, we kissed the first night, but I mean, like, who wouldn't though? You know what I'm saying? Irresistible. You know what I'm saying? Handsome guy. You know what I'm saying? Swag or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And so we kissed the first night. You know what I'm saying? But like intercourse, and I know she probably, you know what I mean? I don't know if she cares. I'm giving her all the tea, right? But it was 2 years, right? It was 2 years. But guess what? In 2 years, we got to know each other. We talked and we built like this deep connection with each other, right? We built this deep, this deep connection with each other. We knew each other. We talked. We went up, right? And so as our relationship grew, it grew, right? I found love. I found, a relationship because I focused on what I wanted, right? And then, but let me not paint it like it's all rosy. Let me not paint it like it's all rosy. And this is part of the transparency. My wife and I, in April, we will be together in God's will. We would be together 20 years, right? We started dating April 2003, right? We started dating April 2003, got married 4 years later, 2007, had our first child 2008, second child 2015, built, has made millions of dollars together as an entrepreneurial couple, right? By April, right? By April, we would have been together 20 years, right? But guess what? There was a lot of ups and downs, right? There was a lot of ups and downs in that 20 years. It wasn't all, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't all roses, right? It wasn't all roses. It wasn't just smooth sailing, right? What Jimmy Cozier said, sometimes I love her, sometimes I love her not, right? I ain't letting her go, right? Like sometimes she nags me and complains a lot. That's my 90s babies. Like my 90 and 2000 babies know that song, right? But guess what? It wasn't all peaches and roses. In hindsight, though, catch this. In hindsight, the rough patches that we had, right? The rough patches that we had in our relationships is because of what we were focusing on, right? Is anytime we had rough patches in our relationship was because what? It was because we were focusing on negative, right? I come into the house, she's focusing on what I'm not doing, right? She's not telling me what I'm doing. She's not raising me up. She's focusing on what I'm not doing. And guess what happens? She's going to get more of what I'm not doing, right? Or who I'm not being or whatever. Same thing with me, right? Any rough patch we've ever had in our relationship was because of our focus, right? This is what I would do, right? I would look at other people, like my friends and other people in relationships. I would see parts of their relationship, right? I would see parts of their relationships that I wanted, and then come back home and be like, well, why you ain't doing this? Why you ain't that? Why you ain't that? Why you ain't that? And so now I'm putting this negative, right? I'm putting this negative focus on what she's not. And so guess what I'm going to get more of? I'm going to get more of what she's not. I'm going to get more of what she's not. Why? Because I am in alignment with what she's not. I'm focusing on her shortcomings. She's focusing on my shortcomings. So guess what she's going to get on? Because the universe don't care that we've been together 20 years. You think the universe care? The universe don't care that we've been together 20 years. The universe is not going to bend the law for us. Right? The universe is not going to bend the law for you. It is what it is. Right? It does not change. It is what it is. I don't care who you know. I don't care where you come from. I don't care what your background is. I don't care how much money you got. I do not care. It is what it is. You cannot change the law. I don't care how long you've been with somebody. I don't care how much work you put in. You cannot change the law. This is the reason, right? Here's this. This is the reason why there's entrepreneurs, right? There's entrepreneurs who've been on the grind for years, right? There's entrepreneurs who've been on the grind for decades, and they're still not getting their just due. And then you watch an entrepreneur who just got here killing it, right? You got an entrepreneur who just got here, who just started, and they killing it right now. Why? Because you cannot change the law. You cannot change the law. The law says you will get what you focus on. And so guess what? The entrepreneur who's been grinding for years is jaded. Right? It's jaded. And that person is using their experience to say what they don't want. Right? The entrepreneur is like, oh, this person got over on me. And oh, I gotta look out for this person. I gotta look out for scammers. I gotta look out. I gotta look out. So guess what you focus on? Oh, even in relationship. Oh, this last guy cheated on me. This last girl did this. So I gotta look out. So now you're looking out, and God, the universe, is saying, all right, here you go. So that's all you're attracting. That's all you're attracting, right? That's why a lot of us need to have selective amnesia, right? A lot of us need to have selective amnesia. A lot of us need to stop remembering the bad, right? Stop remembering the bad. Stop remembering what you don't want and focus on, like, know what you want. Know what you want. Focus on what you want. Because as you focus on that thing, right? As you focus on that thing, you are now putting yourself in alignment with that thing, right? So what did I say? Visualize it, speak it, think it, then create it, right? When you are in alignment with your dreams, you take inspired action and open up to the infinite possibilities that exist for you, right? And so when you are in alignment with what you desire, right? When you're in alignment with it, right? When you're in alignment with it, you take inspired action and you open up to infinite possibilities that exist for you, right? You take inspired action, right? Like I'm like if I believe that I'm abundant, then why am I not taking action that's abundant? Right? If I believe that nobody tells me no, why am I asking for more? Why am I asking for more? Right? If I believe that everything I need is always provided for me, then why won't I take the first step towards what I need? Right? And so this is all science, though. So let me let Mel Robbins talk to you about visualization real quick.
You are now listening to MindRightRadio.com, the only place to get inspiration and motivation all day,
alignment.
Every day.
Anybody this message is perfect for is because you're in alignment with it. You're ready for it.
If you expect to achieve your goals, if you expect to reach your potential, if you expect to have your dreams come true, what I'm about to explain to you is mission critical. You must become a master at visualization. For those of you that are like, what the heck is she talking about? I did not sign up for some sort of meditation, woo-woo, spiritual thing here. Don't worry, this is Mel Robbins. There's always science and research behind everything that I talk about. So visualization is a extraordinarily powerful skill. You may have heard of the law of attraction. You may have heard of the word visualization. You may have heard of the word manifesting. I call it seeing signs. Your brain has a system in it. Here's the technical term. It's called the reticular activating system. It is a network of neurons all up in here. And what is the job of the reticular activating system? It is a filter system. It's basically a system that allows certain information in your brain and it blocks out other information. And guess who programmed that filter? You did. And so did the people from your past. And so if you constantly feel like you're unlovable, guess what? Your reticular activating system is going through the day and it is going to point out every single piece of evidence that confirms that negative belief that you have. If you think that people don't like you at work, the reticular activating system, the filter, it is literally going to be looking for evidence to confirm that belief all day long. This is one of the reasons why we have such a problem with politics in this country. This is why there's something called a confirmation bias. Confirmation bias means your mind loves to read things that you agree with, because reading things that you agree with confirms your filter. Why do we have a reticular activating system? There's a really important reason why you have this. The reason why is if your brain let in everything. Have you ever looked at a Facebook page? Have you noticed how many words are on a standard Facebook page? And the ad over here, and the ad over here, and the ad over here, and the ad, and the news feed right here, and the stuff up here, and all this over here. If your brain took in everything at equal value, your head would literally explode off your shoulders. Your brain would melt down. And so the reticular activating system protects your brain by filtering information and only letting in stuff that it agrees with. So that's the scientific reason and mandate for why you got to get busy reprogramming that thing. Now we're going to talk about how you use visualization in order to start to reprogram the reticular activating system in your brain so that your brain starts to spot opportunity. Your brain starts to spot evidence that things are working out. Your brain starts to spot coincidences so you can build momentum. And it begins with visualization. So as you take your goals, I want you to go to each one and I want you to do a visualization exercise. And here's how you're going to do it based on science, because there's a particular way you have to do this based on science, okay? It's a two-step method. If your goal is to improve your self-worth, I want you to visualize
make sure y'all join the Abundance community.
And how
and all these tracks are in the Abundance community.
About yourself when your self-worth
www.
has improved. There's two things that you have to do when it comes to visualization. You have to close your eyes. Truly, I know it sounds stupid, but I want you to close your eyes and I want you to, in your mind, have a specific picture of what it looks like in your life when your self-worth has improved. You're going to see yourself speaking up at work. You're going to see yourself talking more about your business. You're going to see yourself leaving bad relationships. You're going to see yourself defining boundaries. You're going to see
it. Visualize. You got to see it.
You're going to see yourself taking care of yourself. And when you start to visualize the image of that, I want you to consciously, this is step 2, consciously think of the positive emotions that you're going to feel. I'm going to feel happy. I'm going to feel proud. I'm going to stand taller. I'm going to be so grateful that I made this change. Marrying the specific picture. Oh, there I am. I'm at work and I'm raising my hand. Amazing. I'm sharing my idea. There I am. I'm getting a promotion. There I am asking for a raise. There I am. I've just signed up another customer to my business. There I am. I've gone back to school. I feel so good about myself. When you do that, here's what's actually happening in your brain. This is the cool science part. You are training your brain to have a totally different filter. You see, your brain, my brain, it doesn't know the difference between something that actually happened to you, like the F you got in your test in 10th grade.
Your brain doesn't know the difference, y'all.
And the things you imagine that are happening to you. Let me say that again. Your brain doesn't know the difference between the bad things that actually happened to you, the real memories that you have, and an imagined memory that you're creating. Your brain will experience you visualizing going to the gym, you visualizing how happy you feel when you do, you visualizing asking for that raise and getting it, and how proud you're going to feel. Your brain, when you visualize in the way that I'm teaching you to, it encodes it as a real memory. And that's important because when you encode it as a real memory, it changes the filter system, that reticular activating system. And here's what we know based on research. The more you visualize, number one, the greater your confidence is going to be.
The greater your confidence,
the greater security you're going to have about it.
Yeah.
And here's the really cool thing. The more you do this with your goals, you wake up every day and you just visualize. It takes 30 freaking seconds, for crying out loud. You visualize having a great day at school. You visualize curing your panic and how proud you're going to be. What studies suggest and have proven is that simply visualizing yourself doing things,
visualize yourself doing it,
develops the skill and helps you improve the skills. Just to-
let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell you something, right? I used to visualize myself in a big house. I used to visualize myself in an expensive car, right? I used to have these visions, and it felt so real. And it got so real that I was like, all right, the next step, right? Like, and I suggest everybody do this, even if you have no desire to. Everybody, find out what your dream car is, right? There's a dream car that you want, and I challenge you to go to a dealership, wherever they sell that car. Go to the dealership and walk in there and tell them that you're interested in test driving it. Right? The more you visualize a thing, the more confidence you're going to have. The first time I did this, and I'm telling you, the first time I did this, I felt like an imposter. Right? My heart was beating fast. Why? Because somewhere in my subconscious, I didn't feel like it was real. I didn't feel like I deserved it. I thought that they were looking down, right? They were looking down on me. Like, look, like somewhere in my mind, I thought that they knew I didn't have the money. So I swear to God, I would walk inside a luxury dealership, and the first time my heart was beating fast. Matter of fact, the first time I didn't even ask to do the test drive. Right? The first time I didn't even ask to do the test drive. The first time I mustered enough energy to go, right? And then when the person came to me and asked me if I needed help, I was like, no, I'm just looking, because I was nervous. Right? C, what up? My brother C in the building. Right? The first time, right? I was like, oh, I'm just looking around. And I got in and out. But then after a while, I got comfortable, right? I kept going though. I kept going. And then eventually I was, you know what I'm saying? Like eventually I was able to get the test drive. Still didn't have the money to actually purchase it, right? You know, did the test drive. By the first time I bought a luxury car, decade ago, right? So the first time I bought like a luxury car was 2012, right? 2012. But by the time I did it, I was already comfortable, right? I was already comfortable. I was already, you know what I'm saying? Now, literally, y'all about to see me post some pictures, me in a Rolls Royce. It ain't mine. I don't have no desire. I could afford it, but it's not mine. I have no desire for it. But it's to the point where I needed to do a video shoot, so I called a friend. I have friends who own Rolls Royces that can just lend it to me. Like it's to the I'm so here. Oh, watch this. This is great. This is great. A lot of times when we start thinking about abundance, we only think about the money that is necessary to get the things. But sometimes it ain't the money. When I say abundance is your birthright, sometimes it ain't the money. Sometimes it ain't the money, right? Because I'm a low-key guy. I don't want certain attention, on me, right? And so I'm not gonna say never because I actually want a color than a white one. So maybe not never, maybe not never. I mean, let me delete that, right? Maybe not never, because I don't want y'all one day y'all see me with a white Rolls Royce Cullinan and y'all like, oh, I thought he said he'll never buy it. So maybe not never, right? But when I say abundance is my birthright, abundance is my birthright. So guess what? I needed to shoot a commercial, right? I needed to shoot a commercial, and I was like, yo, this commercial would do well, right? I was like, yo, this commercial would do well if I was in a Rolls Royce. So guess what? I'm not gonna buy a Rolls Royce just to shoot it for one day. So guess what? Call my abundance. Hit my friend up like, yo, fam. I said, yo, can you get you? I need to hold your. I need to either look. I need to either hold your G-Wagon or your Cullinan, real quick. Oh, say less, yo. Meet me such and such and such. You want it for the whole day? I'm like, nah, I just need it for a couple of hours, right? That's abundance, y'all. Anything I desire, anything I need is always available to me. That's why a lot of us always put so much energy, right? We put so much energy on money, right? We put so much energy on money when money's not your source. When I say abundance is your birthright, if you think money, then you are thinking wrong. Money is not your source. Money is what helps get the thing, but money is not your source. Money's not your source. And so a lot of people like, no, abundance is my birthright. So anything I need, right? Anything I need, I will get. That's it. Right? And I hit my friend up on the day of. I hit my friend up the day of. I was like, oh, yeah, I got you, King. Yo, meet me here. Here you go. Because that's my abundance. Right? I'm in alignment with whatever I desire. With whatever. Like whatever. There's no, like infinite. Right? Infinite possibilities. Anything I want, I get. What's the Diddy skit? Ooh, I was savage. Anything I want, I get. Like I believe that in my spirit. Like nothing can tell me otherwise. All right, hold on. Let me not go on a tangent.
As if you were actually doing it. And so there's proof based on research that visualization helps you build skills. And then finally, the other thing that's really important about this is that the more that you do this, what we know based on research is that the reason why you start to believe what you think is because you are reprogramming your brain. You are changing the network of neurons that act as a filter. And so the more that you actually believe in yourself and you start thinking and visualizing yourself speaking up, the more confident you're going to become, the more skills that you're building, and you're actually going to do it. And then instead of looking for all the reasons when you're sitting in a meeting to not speak up,
visualize, y'all.
You're going to just speak up because you're going to have changed the filter. You're going to look for opportunities. This is how it works. This is why this is so incredibly important. And so day one, I want you to go through all the goals that you set. And I want you every single day throughout the next 30 days, you are going to spend 30 seconds. Your dreams deserve 30 seconds, don't you think? You're going to close your eyes and you're going to visualize what does it look like in your life when you have achieved your monetary goals this year? How does it feel to go to the bank and see that balance? How does it feel to be able to write that check and
how does it feel
to Disney World on money that you
how does it feel to write the check? Hey, yo, I promise you, if y'all have never done the exercise, I gotta find that ebook. There's an ebook that I wrote that there's an exercise where you spend money, right? You get money and you double it each day, and you spend millions of dollars. You spend millions of dollars each day, or at the end of it. Yo, if y'all never got it, yo, I swear, I have written checks for everything I ever desired just to get the feeling of it, right? Like I've called up places like man, visualization. I'm telling you, if you take visualization to the next level, the power of manifestation is right
to be
there.
able to rent your own place or put down a down payment for the house you've always dreamt of. How does it feel to be able to have saved enough money so you can quit the job that you hate and launch the business because you have achieved your goals? It feels darn good.
How's it feel,
That's how
y'all?
it feels. And I want you to just savor that, because what you're doing when you visualize is you're reprogramming your reticular activating system, that system of neurons, that network that acts like a filter in your brain so that it's spotting opportunity, so that it is helping you see evidence that you are confident, that you are capable, that you can do this, instead of all the garbage you think right now.
Inspiration and motivation 25/8. That's all the time. More than humanly possible. Elevation on another level. MindRightRadio.com.
Right? So it's all about visualization. I gotta find it. I gotta find that ebook. And as soon as I find it, Quell, I'm gonna definitely drop it inside the abundance community. Because it's a powerful, I forgot what I called it though. Man, I'll find it. And I'll tell y'all about it tomorrow, because it's like I'm gonna find it. Let me write this down in my to-do list so I don't forget. Where we at? Find the money manifestation ebook. All right, so I'm gonna put that on there, right? And so here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. I need y'all to also ask the right questions, right? I need you to ask the right questions, because again, you get what you focus on, but you also get what you focus on based on your shadow beliefs. A lot of us are not asking the right questions. So let's go.
You are now listening to MindRightRadio.com, the only place to get inspiration and motivation all day, every day.
But I think about people who have circumstances that aren't as good as mine or yours. Is it possible to light vision when you're at the bottom?
Not only is it possible, that's probably the best time to do it. When circumstances and situations are pressing in upon us, the only way we can overcome them is to go within.
Go within.
To actually begin to ask very empowering questions.
Ask empowering questions.
With the awareness that this universal presence and its law will answer any question that you ask. So if you're in a situation that is pressing on you, and you ask, what's trying to emerge in my life?
What's trying to emerge in my life?
Share? What is my purpose?
What is my
Why
purpose?
am I here on the planet?
Why am I here on the
Not
planet?
Just how can I pay my rent? Not just how can I stop the
Stop
pain.
asking these
empowering
disempowerment.
questions. The universe will answer these questions in a language and in a way that you can understand. There'll be inner prompting. There'll be intuitive hits, nudges, signs, symbols, dreams. It'll come in the language of the individual soul and heart. The difficulty is that when people are in tough situations, they ask disempowering questions.
Whoa.
They say, what's wrong? Who's to blame?
Yeah. Why
me?
Yes.
Those are the disempowering questions. So the universe will answer those too. It'll pull on the database of human experience and say, you were born on the wrong side of the tracks, or you were born on the right side of the tracks, or this happened or that happened. It'll give you a bevy of excuses. But if you ask an empowering question, you'll get an answer to rise above the muck. So it's all about the question, the sincerity of the question, and then the ability and the willingness to really listen, to really be available. That's where the juice is.
And that is available to every human being.
Whether an individual is in prison, imprisoned by circumstance, imprisoned in their own mind about an event that happened in their past, it doesn't matter. Once you ask with sincerity, the universe will answer. That's the way it operates. presence of God has never made a mistake.
Never made a mistake.
Doesn't do do-overs.
Yeah.
It doesn't repeat itself. Therefore, each of us are unique expressions of the infinite. Therefore, the way the infinite gets to express its infinite nature is through its uniqueness. Therefore, I have a mandate.
You have a
To
mandate.
discover myself.
Yep.
Find out who and what I am. What
Find
my
out
purpose
who and
is,
what you are.
And to express it. So, and that idea within us is infinite and is always unfolding.
Corey, what up?
So it's not a one and done.
Brother
It's
Corey
not,
Hughes in the building.
I've arrived. It's I'm always on a journey.
I'm always on the journey.
You grow where you're planted.
You grow where you plant it.
And then you ask, what's trying to emerge? What's trying to unfold? And you'll start to get hints. You start to take baby steps walking in that direction. As you take baby steps, inertia becomes momentum. And then possibilities start to reveal themselves. Potential starts to be activated. And you find yourself, as you look back, wow, I'm changed. I'm different. When did that happen? You have to be in alignment.
You got to be in alignment.
You have to have a level of practice.
Yep.
You have to give up your resistance to the circumstance. In other words,
you got to give up the resistance. You look, let me explain something to you. You cannot be in alignment with something that you're resisting. I'm gonna say that again. You cannot be in alignment with something that you're resisting. Like if you want wealth, but you're resisting it, you don't think it can happen, and you're against it or whatever. You cannot be in alignment with something that you're resisting. Right? What's trying to emerge in your life? What is your purpose? Why are you on the planet? Like, ask empowering questions. You have to ask empowering questions. Right? If you're in alignment with something, then that is your desire. You are running towards it. You're not resisting it. That thing that you are aligned to is the thing that you believe is part of your greater good. And so you don't, so alignment is not even, it's almost like a demand. You're demanding this thing. I expect this thing. I'm not resisting it. I'm not resisting my good. I expect my good. I expect it.
You're not arguing and resisting the circumstance. This is the deal. God is always answering.
Yes.
But are we receiving?
God is always
are
answering.
We listening? Are we available?
Yes.
Oh, whoa.
Meditation.
Whoa. Don't miss that. God is always. Wait, hold on. I was.
This is the deal. God is always answering.
God is always
But
answering.
Are we receiving?
Are you receiving?
Are you listening?
Are you listening?
available?
Are you
Yes.
available? Are you listening? Are you receiving? Are you available? God is always answering. Are you listening? Are you, what was the second one? Look, the most important thing is the availability to me, right? Are you available? Are you available? God is always answering, but are you available? Are you making yourself available? Sheesh. Well, I'm gonna play that again. I need to play that again. I thought. Sheesh.
So prayer, meditation, life visioning, it attunes us to become in alignment with that vibration. So we actually can hear it, we can actually feel it, and then move in that direction. Many people, if their prayers would be answered, they couldn't even receive it. They're not vibrationally ready.
They're not
You know how
vibrationally
people do
ready.
wishing wells, they throw a coin and they forget about it, and then the thing shows up because they had an intention, then they let it go. They didn't even think about it anymore.
Right.
And once you release your grasp, then you give up your resistance.
Give up your
And that which
resistance.
is for you.
That's
come
the
to you.
aha moment.
Yeah.
Because when you want it, it doesn't show up.
It doesn't
Your
show up.
message to the universe at that moment is, I want it, I want it, I want it, I want it, which is translating into, I don't have it, I don't have it, I don't have it, I don't have it. So you can't see it.
Hold on, we gotta play that again.
Liquid means rewind. Gunshot means forward. You requested it, so we rewind. Reggae and motivation combined. That's inspiration on another level. Mind Right Radio. Elevate your mind. You elevate your life.
Hold on. Hold on.
You
Hold
are
on.
listening to MindRightRadio.com.
Hold on.
The only place to get inspiration and motivation all day,
Every
every
day.
day.
But I think about people who have circumstances that aren't as good as
Rewind
mine.
selector.
Is it possible to light vision when you're at the bottom?
Not only is it possible, that's probably the best time to do it. When circumstances and situations are pressing in upon us, the only way we can overcome them is to go within, to actually begin to ask very empowering questions with the awareness that this universal presence and its law will answer any question that you ask. So if you're in a situation that is pressing on you and you ask, what's trying to emerge in my life? What is my gift to share?
What is my gift to share?
What is my purpose?
What is my purpose?
Why am I here on the
Why am I here on this earth?
Not just how can I pay my rent, not just how can I stop the pain. You ask empowering questions, the universe will answer these questions in a language and in a way that you can understand. There'll be inner prompting, there'll be intuitive hits, nudges, signs, symbols, dreams. It'll come in the language of the individual soul and heart. The difficulty is that when people are in tough situations, they
Hey,
ask
peace and
disempowering
blessings.
questions.
Well,
They
Miss
say,
Aisha
what's
is in the
wrong?
building.
Who's to blame?
Why me?
Why me?
Those are the disempowering questions.
Peace, what up,
So the
peace?
universe will answer those too. It'll pull on the database of human experience and say, you were born on the wrong side of the tracks, or you were born on the right side of the tracks, or this happened or that happened. It'll give you a
And
bevy
man,
of
I appreciate
excuses.
you, brother.
But if you ask an empowering question,
Ask an
you
empowering
get an answer
question.
to rise above the muck. So it's all about the question, the sincerity of the
The
question,
sincerity of the
then
question.
the ability and the willingness to really listen,
Peace, peace.
to really be available.
Are you
That's what
available
it is.
And that is available to every human
to
being.
everybody?
Whether an individual is in prison, imprisoned by circumstance, imprisoned in their own mind about an event that happened in their past, it doesn't matter. Once you ask with sincerity,
Ask with
the
sincerity.
universe will answer. That's the way it operates.
That's the way.
The presence of God has never made a mistake.
Never made a mistake.
Doesn't do do-overs.
Doesn't do do-overs.
itself. Therefore, each of us are unique expressions of the infinite. Therefore, the way the infinite gets to express its infinite nature is through its uniqueness.
Yep.
Therefore, I have a mandate
I have a
to
mandate.
discover myself, find out who and what I am, what my purpose is, and to express it. So, and that idea within us
Yeah.
is infinite and is always unfolding. So it's not a one and done. It's not I've arrived.
Mhm.
It's I'm always on a journey of unfolding. You grow where you're
You
planted,
grow where you
Grow where
planted.
you're planted.
and then you ask, what's trying to emerge? What's trying to unfold? And you'll start to get hints. You start to take baby steps walking in that direction. And as you take baby steps, inertia becomes momentum.
Mhm.
And then possibilities start to reveal themselves. Potential starts to be activated. And you find yourself, as you look back, wow, I'm changed. I'm different.
Yeah.
When did that happen?
Yeah.
You have to be in alignment with it. You have to have a level of practice. You have to give up your resistance to the circumstance. In other words, you're not arguing and resisting with the circumstance.
Yeah.
This is the deal. God is always answering.
God is always
But are
answering.
we receiving? Are we listening? Are we available?
Are you receiving?
Yeah,
Are you
so
listening? Are you
prayer,
available?
Meditation, life visioning.
RLA.
It attunes us to become in alignment with that vibration. So we actually can hear it. We can actually feel it and then move in that direction. Many people, if their prayers would be answered, they couldn't even receive it. They're not vibrationally ready. You know how people do wishing wells? They throw a coin in, they forget about it, and then the thing shows up.
Release your
Because
grasp.
they had an intention, then they let it go. They didn't even think about it anymore.
Right.
And once you release your grasp,
Release your
you
grasp.
give up your resistance.
No
And
resistance.
that which is for you will
That's
come
the
to you.
aha moment.
Yeah.
Because when you want it,
Want it.
it doesn't show up.
Yeah.
Your message to the universe at that moment is, I want it, I want it, I want it, I want it, which is translating into, I don't have it, I don't have it, I don't have it, I don't have it. So you can't receive it.
Mind Right Radio, your number one source for mind elevation.
All right, y'all. This is it. Time is up. So think about it. All you got to do is release your grasp, right? God is always answering, but are you receiving? Are you listening? And are you available? Are you available? Are you receiving? Are you listening? Are you available? Are you in alignment? Are you in alignment with what you desire? Release your grasp, right? Look, you do not, I don't know nobody, right? I don't know anybody who orders something from Amazon.com, and once they order from Amazon, the date that the Amazon driver or Amazon tells you they're going to deliver that package, you release your grasp. You don't hold on. You don't keep checking. You are expecting that package to come. How do you have more faith, right? How do you have more faith in Amazon than you do on God? How do you have more faith in Amazon than you do on God? Release your grasp. You place the order. God is always answering. God is always answering. Are you receiving? Are you listening? Are you available? Right? Are you available? Because God requires a signature, right? So when God is answering, but are you available to receive the package? Are you in alignment? Because God needs that signature. God want to make sure that the package comes to you. And so are you receiving? Are you listening? Are you available? Release your grasp. Stop trying to prove. No, God made the promise. You ordered it. It's coming. All right, y'all. Let me get out of here. Yo, Fat Shot. Look, this is a different. It's two T's, right? It's two T's. It's the tummy detox and it's the parasite. This is the parasite, and so it's not as bitter as the other one. So that's why I can drink this one better. All right, y'all. Let me get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Release your grasp. Be in alignment. I'm gonna read my message one last time. I'm gonna read my message one last time. Life, listen, y'all. Life is all about alignment, right? Life is all about alignment. When you align your desires with your actions, you create a strong, energetic connection that allows abundance to flow into your life. So whatever you want to manifest, right? Whatever you want to manifest, start by getting clear on what it looks like and then align yourself with that energy. Visualize it, speak it, think it, and create it. Right? When you are in alignment with your dreams, you take inspired action and open up to the infinite possibilities that exist for you. Trust that your highest good is being taken care of, and know that if you stay focused and aligned, anything is possible. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all go to abundancecommunity.org. Abundancecommunity.org. Join the Abundance Community. All the tracks that we played are available on the Abundance Community app. You can listen to all you want, download whatever. Yeah, make sure you go to abundancecommunity.org. I found the ebook, so I'm actually about to upload it to the Abundance Community right now. So those who are part of the Abundance Community, if you want that ebook, and I'll talk about it tomorrow in God's will. It's pinned right here. It's pinned to my thing. So abundancecommunity.org. But I'll see y'all tomorrow in God's will, right? In God's will. Oh yeah. What I just read is going to be the caption to this. What I just read is going to be the caption to this video. So once I save this video, what I just read, that's going to be my caption. So you'll see it. You'll see it in the caption. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all. See y'all tomorrow in God's will. Same time, same place. Peace.
I ain't talking about rich. I'm talking about wealth. Money ain't a thing. Money ain't a thing.
Money in the bank. Money in the bank.
We can talk, but money talk, so talk more. Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show.
Baby, I got your money.
You are now tuned in to the Ash Cash Show, your #1 source for financial motivation. Get your mind and your money right.